Nadine, I wanted to ask you, putting on your marketer's hat, which you've worn for so many years as one of our leading brand marketers, seeing what's going on with COVID, this incredible period that we've gone through, I wanted to ask you sort of your thoughts on the impact on brand marketers during this time, which I think we're all aware of, but in a sense, what could be some of the long-term impact in terms of the way that business is being done, the way that brands present themselves. I was wondering if you have any thoughts you could share along those lines.
Yeah, sure. We've talked a lot about that. We have terrific marketers that help to lead. You know, we have Mark Pritchard and Fiona Carter as our co-chairs of SeeHer, and other top marketers like the CMO of City, Jen, and just a myriad of them. We have all the major players representing over 2,000 brands, and we're constantly talking to them and seeing, getting sort of a pulse check of what's out there. And one of the conversations we always have is around the importance of how brands show up, especially in times like this. And consumers are watching. Consumers are always watching. We have a lot of research that talks about how they feel about brands representing diversity, brands representing women and stereotypes. But I think now more than ever, it's very important, and we have discussed this with our brand marketers. Brands will be judged for how they show up during this time, what they say, what they don't say, where they show up, and who they show up with. And I think that consumers are super sensitive right now. That's obvious. And it's really important for brands. I think they're counting on brands, especially established brands, to lead the way.
And coming up later this month, we're going to get together for the NewFronts, which will be different. It'll all be virtual. A lot of conversations about business reinvention and also the whole streaming situation. And you've invested a gazillion dollars in TV, linear TV over the years. I know you're not in the investment business now, but any thoughts about streaming, the way that TV is changing and reaching the right consumer?
I've also invested a lot of time and energy and dollars in the transformation of the video marketplace. So I think I've always taken an eye to, it's all about where the consumer is and consumer consumption habits. So from what I understand, video consumption patterns continue to change and migrate. I think we've seen an increase in video consumption, not surprising, through this entire situation that we're all in. And so I think that is something that we need to keep an eye on. I think that, you know, consumers have probably adapted faster during this situation because they've had the time and the access to explore more than they might have if they weren't, you know, quarantined. But I guess the proof will be in the pudding when we see what happens as everyone goes back one day to whatever normal looks like.